halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Out of his end zone, Fitzpatrick. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. Anunua's got it. Complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, and now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble, and it's scooped. And now the rookie's free. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring them indeed with that score alone. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. now on first down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle. Starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense, but Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a New York first down.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Fitzpatrick now on second down. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Anoon with that time, and it's third down. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. On first down, Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. 10th carry of the game now. Murray looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Couple of Jets there in on the stop. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Carr now to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down now after the pass completion. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Second down, Fitzpatrick. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Carr turns, hands to Murray. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Again, it's Murray. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. And tough starting field position here. Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.